Welcome to part 2 of our multi-part series where we're rebuilding a 2001 E-Z-GO TXT from the frame up. Today we're going to be installing a new front axle as well as giving it some touch-up with some Krylon. Come along for the ride, let's get started. So here's the reason for our axle replacement. It broke and is bent, and someone just put a nice big gob of weld on there. So I actually picked up a complete replacement front axle. So we'll disassemble the complete front end, pop that in quick. Then I'd like to clean up some of this undercarriage and possibly get to the battery compartment today. Replace the front axle, not too bad at all. It's just the 6 bolts for the spring assemblies here. This looks like it might have been designed by the Yugo car company because it's almost like they use leftover parts. Upside down springs basically in the front. If I was going to do a lift kit on this, all of that would be eliminated. We'd replace the whole front suspension, but I'm not doing that on this cart. It's going to stay stock height. So it's just literally these 3 bolts on each side. Take your shock bolts out and then drop your spindle assemblies off to each side. So not bad at all. We're going to work on some paint. Decided to bring it outside and put it up on jack stands, do a little prep work and some painting. I'm probably going to end up rebuilding this frame like I've talked about 6 times already, but I thought I would get the eyeball poker 9000 out. If you've never used one of these before, when those wire wheels come out, they tend to hurt a little bit. That's pretty cool. Flew over right in the middle of my video. Anyway, don't really need to clean this up if I'm going to be replacing it all, but gives me a chance to play with power tools, so why not? Yeah. And that, my friends, is why I don't like using those. It's a good thing my wife's not afraid of blood. She got me all fixed up in no time. I think I'm going to use these nice, big, thick leather gloves that I walked right past when I started this project. Probably makes a little more sense. Alright, so here's the real motive to getting this all painted up. Wanted to get the wheels put on. They look snazzy. So, got the front end kind of painted. The parts you'll see, obviously, once the body's on, a lot of that'll be hidden, but probably some touch-up I got to do there yet. I did get the cover, the brain box cover painted. I ordered a new R2-D2 cover for that guy. Got the front cowl painted, but definitely an improvement. Well, the allied batteries came in for our lithium conversion, and I just started taking a look at some of this mess we've got going on with the wiring. I'm not going to get too carried away with the wiring just yet. I want to get the batteries dropped in and see if everything works like it should, make sure we don't have any other issues before I stick a lot of time into it. So basically just determining what goes where. This is our B negative, so that's going to be our negative terminal. They've got a bunch cobbled together here, so I'm actually going to take and replace our positive cable so we can get a nice good connection on there, because that one's about ready to fall off. Our on-off switch is laying up here. I did print off a wiring diagram just to make sure I'm kind of going in the right direction, and it looks like we're on track. The switch has been cobbled in and replaced. It's actually supposed to be up in the dash, but we're just going to go with what we've got right now, just because, like I said, I don't want to put a lot of time into it until we know for sure everything's going to work. So we'll pop these boxes open, make sure we've got everything we need. I'm pretty sure we do. It usually comes as a kit. I'm not expecting anything to be missing, so we'll check that out quick. Get those batteries set in there. I haven't done anything with the... Jordy's squeaking on his toy here. Sorry about that. I haven't done anything with the tray yet. There again, too, don't want to get a lot of time into that until we know for sure what we're dealing with. So I'm just going to set them in there temporarily for now, get everything wired up, make sure we're good to go. Obviously not our preferred method of doing things. You know, I just got whatever random cables I had laying around. We've got our negative run in here. This is our temporary key switch, which may become permanent. Not 100% sure. That is fused. I hooked everything up. I didn't see any smoke just yet. So I'll turn the key on. Heard a click. Okay. Wants to move forward, so that's good. No smoke. So I think what I'll do now is I'll get this up a little better and then make some kind of makeshift seat and see if we can run around a little bit, listen for noises, see if our motor's any good, kind of go from there. Believe it or not, everything seems to be working. It's a little clunky clanky, but that's because we have no bushings back here in both the cart and the spring. Brakes are a little noisy, but that's probably just from sitting, so we can work that out. Goes in forward and reverse. Motor's nice and quiet. So, not too much to complain about there. I'm actually pretty happy. I will continue working on buttoning up some of this wiring. I'd really like to know why they did this with the switch. And I have a feeling, because this is where the switch originally was, you know, up in the dash, the on-off switch. And I was kind of looking at the wiring. You know, it runs from here up. I could do a quick continuity test and just see, but I mean, it's not horrible the way it is. I could certainly do it that way as well, but if there's nothing wrong with that wiring, I may just put it back to original, so we'll check that out. But yeah, nothing's hot, no smoke, motor didn't get warm. I did go around the block with it, so pretty happy. Now it's just a matter of getting this frame rebuilt and changing the bushings in the back. Start working on... I haven't decided what I'm going to do about this front. I can get a whole new dash piece. It's a couple of $100, but it might be worth it because when this cart is done with the storm body and everything, it's probably going to look pretty decent, and to crawl in and have a big cracked dash, that might deter buyers away. So it's kind of like flipping a house. You got to decide where you want to spend the money and where you don't, but I think that would be money well spent, unless I can come up with some kind of maybe diamond plate that I could put over the top here and maybe relocate my switch back to there. And still undecided on that, so we'll keep going. So off camera, I got the old battery tray out, and I'll work on rebuilding that. But right now I'm going to swap these bushings over and as you can see, like I showed you, there's just nothing left. So picked these up on Amazon. Haven't opened them. Don't know if they're right, but we'll find out. So bushings are changed and looking a lot better. It's going to make a lot less racket. Should be nice and quiet now. Get it lowered down, clean up a little bit, and I'll probably tear into that battery tray since I've got time today. While I redo this, I don't need this center support. This was set up to have 3 6-volt batteries on each side. And of course our lithiums are super lightweight, so I'm just going to build the basic framework, and then I'll probably drop a piece of plywood in here, paint it black, and get some battery hold downs for our lightweight lithiums. The only thing I'm going to reuse is these ends. These are actually in pretty good shape and they're already pre-drilled with all the holes we need. So I'm going to cut these off. I've already got it marked somewhat where I want it. And then what I'll do on the back side, this is really thin and bad down in here, so I'm going to chop both of these brackets off and use the upper portion, and I'll basically rebuild everything from there down, rebuild my square with angle iron, drop my plywood in. Drew myself a little sketch. You guys that do this every day will probably laugh at me, but basically that's my upright that's getting cut off right about there. That needs to be 13 3/4. From there to the front bracket is 22 3/4, and then it's 22 1/4 wide, so this way. So that's kind of my reference point, so when I start rebuilding it doesn't end up the wrong size. Well, battery ran dead yesterday on the camera, but I wanted to show you what I've got accomplished. I've got the tray, big new battery tray all set down in there. It's not painted or anything. I just wanted to make sure everything fit, make sure all the bolt holes lined up. Ran down to the Home Depot, grabbed a piece of plywood, got that all cut, and just to size so it'll sit in there. Still have all my fingers, so that's good. I left the safety guards in place on the table saw, so no problems there. Next video we're going to work on the body and start putting that on. New steering wheel. Finish up ordering a couple more pieces that I need, and we should get this thing back together shortly. So thanks for watching, everyone. Appreciate it very much. We'll see you next time.